Tonight's story is one of the most unsettling encounters ever reported by a late-night taxi driver. A ride so silent, so cold, that even now he refuses to speak about it unless the lights are on. It was almost 2 a.m. when Daniel, a taxi driver of 10 years, pulled over near an old bridge on the edge of town. Business was slow, the streets were empty. He was thinking of heading home until he saw her. A woman dressed in an old-fashioned white dress, standing perfectly still under a flickering streetlight. Not moving, not waving, just staring at his car. Daniel lowered his window and called out, "Do you need a ride?" She nodded slowly, very slowly, then walked toward the taxi with movements that didn't seem natural, like someone learning how to use their legs again. She opened the back door and sat down without a word. Daniel noticed something strange immediately. He couldn't hear the door close. No sound, just silence. Dialogue. "Good evening. Where are you headed?" No answer, only her calm breathing. Except the sound didn't seem to come from her body. It was faint, distant, almost behind him. Daniel began driving. The road was dark and empty, lit only by the occasional dying street lamp. But the silence in the car felt heavier than the night outside. He adjusted the rearview mirror to glance at her. She was looking straight ahead, not blinking, not breathing, not even moving. Her dress looked old, very old, like something from 30 years ago. Daniel tried again. "Mom, where should I drop you off?" Still nothing. She didn't react at all. Her face frozen, emotionless. A cold chill spread through the car. He turned off the air conditioning, but the cold remained, stronger, sharper, as if the temperature dropped 10 degrees in seconds. Then he noticed something that made his heart stop. His breath was visible in the mirror. In the middle of summer. Suddenly, the woman finally spoke. Her voice was soft, cracked, like someone who hadn't spoken in years. "The old cemetery. Please." Daniel froze. The old cemetery was abandoned long ago. No one lived near it anymore. No one visited after midnight. No one alive, at least. But he kept driving. The road toward the cemetery was darker than the rest. His headlights seemed weaker, swallowed by the night. Then she whispered again, "Faster." This time, her voice came from right next to his ear, even though she was still sitting in the back seat. He nearly swerved off the road. The taxi finally reached the entrance of the old cemetery. Dead trees curved over the gate like twisted hands. Daniel stopped the car. His heart raced. He turned to tell her they'd arrived, but the back seat was empty. No door had opened, no footsteps, nothing. Just silence. And the lingering smell of old, wet earth. Daniel wanted to drive away, fast, but something caught his eye. A woman, standing by a gravestone in the distance. The same white dress. The same unmoving posture. He blinked, and she was suddenly closer. A few meters from the car. Motionless. Daniel panicked and hit the gas, speeding away from the cemetery. He drove until he reached a small roadside diner. He jumped out of the car to get some air, and that's when he noticed something that made him collapse onto his knees. There were no footprints on the dusty ground where the woman had gotten out. No signs she ever walked. No marks, nothing. But on the taxi's back seat, there was water. a long, dark smear, as if someone with soaked clothes had been sitting there. Daniel looked at his rearview mirror and saw her face behind him, just for a split second, smiling. Daniel quit the night shift the next morning, and he never drives past the old cemetery anymore. But sometimes, late at night, when his house gets too quiet, he still hears a soft voice whisper from the back of an empty room, "Faster."